Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Sagittarius collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these beautiful Saggies in early October? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy. Early October, what's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's get this card out nice and quick for you, my good friends. What do we have for our Saggy friends? Okay, thank you. I'll take it. Okay, so we do have the Alchemist. This card has a lot of depth to it. It does remind me of the Hermit. So there's like some sort of Virgo influence showing up here with this card. Again, we don't just have to connect it to the zodiac sign, but this card deals with a lot of stuff. It could deal with focus and manifesting, creating. We're just going to have to peel back the layers. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk about this. So we see this individual looking quite mysterious, right? If you look here at the image, we have the guy, he has the alchemical symbol for the sun right there on his third eye, which does represent knowledge and illumination, where he has knowledge that most people don't. He finally sees things. The dots connect. So when I see this card, I do think of eureka moments. So just know for a lot of Saggies, maybe dots are starting to connect for you in whatever situations you're dealing with, and you're seeing something much more clearly. But notice what he's doing. He's looking at his creation. He is looking at this potion where he has worked to perfect it and tinker with it. So when I see this, I think of manifesting and creating, which is really, really beautiful. So just know that your intentions, the things you're trying to bring into your life, there's a big open door for it to happen when this card shows up. Now, aside from the whole Hermit, Virgo connection we got going on here, this card can also represent your focus. So are you focused on the right things? Are you focused on the wrong things? Are you putting too much attention on this and not enough attention on that? Maybe Spirit wants you to reanalyze how you're using your energy right now. So we're just going to put him down right there. I feel like I could speak about this card for like another 10, 15 minutes, but we'll let him chill out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffled up one time here for my lovely Saggies. What's happening? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was pretty wound tight. The reading was titled They Are Nervous. Now, I'm not saying you were on edge the whole week. Maybe there's a situation that was bugging you. Maybe you did have some nerves and anxiety about something. That's very possible. Those are natural human emotions. But the main thing I was feeling was someone just really extra wound tight, like losing sleep wound tight. So we're going to hope that energy dissipates. We're going to see what shows up this week because, as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Saggy. What is happening, my guides? What is going on in early October? Yeah, maybe it didn't fully dissipate just yet. 8 of Swords, very similar to the 9 of Swords. Okay, that's all right. It's not permanent, and that's something we'll talk about a little further within the reading. But yeah, that wound tight energy is still there. Okay, or at least it's showing up. All right, total opposite. Okay, we have the beautiful Empress. Love it. So that's good. Let's get one more. Empress showed up in the Aries reading as well. Let's get one more. Thank you. 6 of Swords, improvement. This seems to be a big theme, Sagittarius, that I was seeing with all the fire signs this week. You do share some of the similar energies I saw in Aries and in Leo. So I like the way the energy flows. It's not perfect. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but the energy where it's heading is a good place. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, let's talk about the elements first. Yours is very much air heavy this week. So we have the 8 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords on the split ends. Now, a lot of air energy connects to the mind, the logic, the brain. It can represent planning and strategy. It's also communication. So, sometimes we think of leading with the heart. This one is leading with the logic. And again, like with the way the energy mixes, it's just someone that's up in their head quite a bit. So there's a ton of cerebral energy. It does improve though. And then we have Venus right here with the Empress. So beautiful. This is a very pleasurable type of energy here in the center. It could speak about the material pleasures of life. So there's great stuff. There's really good stuff here. Let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out, though. Position number one, we start with the Eight of Swords. Now, as I mentioned, this is last week's reading in a nutshell. We see this individual right here. She is surrounded by eight swords. She is blindfolded. She is hoodwinked. She is bamboozled. So when I see this card, I'm like, okay, either someone's overthinking something, trapped in their mind, trapped in their head. This is one of my cards of thought loops. Now, again, if we're not talking about the mindset, this could be someone that's feeling like their back is against the wall, feeling trapped, like, oh, what do I do now? What now? It gives me that kind of vibe. So it could be a problem. It could be a situation that you should take seriously. But the good thing about this card is that it is not permanent. It's a fast moving card. So if it's an issue, it's one that can be solved. It's not something that's going to linger and linger and linger and linger. It's one that can be fixed. So I do like it for that. Notice this woman is surrounded by the swords. The ropes that she's tied up with are loose. So it's like, okay, she can shift her perspective and free herself, which is something that's really beautiful with this card. So again, that's just our starting place. Yes, it could be anxious, nervous, all that good stuff. But at the same time, it's not permanent. The energy rebounds in a really, really positive way as we get her tucked in back by this amethyst. We have the beautiful, divine, feminine goddess, the Empress herself. Now, for some of you, since she is Venus energy, she could represent a Taurus in your life or a Libra. She connects to both those signs. And remember, it's not gender specific. So I love her. She could represent mother figures, femininity, fertility. It's blessings and abundance. So whenever she shows up in a reading, it's like I have more than enough and then some. So it's like just beautiful. Notice she has the pregnant belly, she has the pomegranates, her cup runneth over. So to me, this is a card of wins, victories, blessings. So I usually think she's great. Now, if she is not speaking about a mother figure or some feminine figure, the Empress does have a downside, as do all cards. She could sometimes feel smothered. Okay, so when we have the Eight of Swords and the Empress, this could be an energy that feels smothered, cornered. There's too much going on right now. Uh, you know, avoidant responses because it's like, oh, something's too heavy. I gotta go. It like gives me that kind of vibe. So watch out for feeling cornered or feeling like your back's against the wall. And sometimes the Empress could be a little stubborn too. But we're not going to lean too far into the negatives, right? But I would just say watch out for anything that is giving you that flight response or anything that's making you feel too stressed out. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Six of Swords. All this energy does dissipate in the most positive way. And one thing I say about this card, you see the people, they're on the boat, they're coming out of the choppy waters into the calm. This is a huge card of improvement. It is a card of action. So for some of you, maybe it's a trip, maybe it's a situation involving distance. Maybe Spirit wants you to go on a little travel fest. That could be it, like to switch the energy up, right? I think that's something I was saying last week. Like, hey, if the energy's stale, if you're feeling a little cornered, maybe you need to shake things up, shake up the routine. And this card does represent that. But it's improvement and it's things getting better. Whereas this energy on the front feels trapped. It feels like a problem. Like, no, I need to solve this. I need to do this. The Six of Swords feels free, which is a beautiful thing. Now, there is a downside to this as well. The Six of Swords can sometimes represent somebody that's not doing what they're supposed to do. So this energy could sometimes abandon something or bail on it. So, like I was saying, there is this underlying tone of either someone being avoidant about something or getting too pressurized to a point where they just go, boop, gone, here today, gone tomorrow. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Sagi. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What is happening for my Saggies, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot because, as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Eight of Swords. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Saggy, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's see what this stressed out energy is about. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Thank you. Okay, now, this is what makes it a little more difficult to me because now we have the emotions coming in and we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. For a lot of you, there could be a really strong pent up type of energy that either needs to be worked through or needs some sort of release. Now, again, I'm not going to tell and say exactly what it might be, but when I see the Queen of Cups in reverse, this does talk about something that has been suppressed, and it needs some sort of outlet. Now, sure, could this represent someone that doesn't know what to feel? Absolutely. This could be someone that's feeling confused. When I see the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Cups, it could even be a situation where it's like, I feel off, but I can't put my finger on it. It's like there's just something that feels wrong or something that feels heavy, and I can't put my finger on why I feel this way. So watch out for anyone dealing with a lot of complex inner world stuff. So whether it's from the mind or the feelings, but the emotion showing up here. And something I will say, when the Queen of Cups shows up in reverse and the Eight of Swords, that is indicative of an emotional eruption or explosion of some sort. I've been seeing this for a few other signs in recent weeks. So watch out for suppressing things, because at the same time, I feel like there is something where it will release one way or another. If there is something you're pushing down, at some point it's going to come bubbling up to the surface. Okay, that's just how it feels to me. I mean, unless you've had this experience already where it's like, okay, I felt those things, I worked through those things, now we're moving into better energy. That could be a really great thing. But just watch out for the emotional explosions and eruptions here with this energy I see in the front. And it does feel complex too. I'm not saying that whoever this is can pinpoint exactly what it is they're feeling, because there is this sense of confusion here where it's like, I don't even know what I'm feeling. I don't even know what I want. Let's keep moving forward. I hope that makes sense. Let's hope for bluer skies as we move along, right? Let's see why the Empress is here for Saggy. Please. Quick, Queen of Swords. This energy comes in, and it's like, no, we're going to get this right. Now, I'm not sure if it's you, I'm not sure if it's somebody else that's helping you as a guide or to help get things under control. But when I see the Empress with the Queen of Swords, it's like the perfect balance of the two, where it's like, okay, enough of that. Let's go. Let's get down to business. Let's get things right now. I think this is really beautiful. When I have the Queen of Swords, she is firm to the point. She is plan based and she is serious, right? I love her logic. So when I see this energy in the front and we go to the Empress with the Queen of Swords, it's like, okay, we're getting out of this. We're getting out of this energy. We're going to fix this. It's someone that has a plan and they're going to put it into motion. Now, for another portion of you, there could be a situation where Spirit's saying, if you take it seriously, Sagittarius, if you don't just ignore it, if you don't push it to the side, if you make it your focus and you take it seriously, you will get the best results. So I would say in this time, it's best not to avoid things. Now the energy favors tackling something head on. That's how it feels to me. When I see the Empress and the Queen of Swords, it's like, no, there's no shyness here. You're going to get the best result if you attack something head on. So there is a serious win to be had. So I would not avoid certain things, even if this is something that hasn't even shown up yet. If this is something that shows up in the next few days, or if this is something that you're already dealing with, Spirit's like, make this the center of your focus on it, take it seriously, and you will get the best result. Let's keep moving. So a serious win. Let's see what the Six of Swords has. I like the shift. I like the shift in perspective, where this energy is confused and somewhat floating, and this energy takes charge. So whether that's you, whether that's assistance you receive, like it's an energy that really pulls itself up. So let's go in on the Six of Swords. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Six of Swords here, please, for Saggy? Why is it here? Thank you. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and this energy seems to run. And I see like there are two routes to deal with it, and I already told you which one I'm favoring. And this one here on the back end is, I don't want to say it's cowardly. I don't want to say that. I mean, unless you're dealing with someone that's acting cowardly about something, it just feels slippery to me, if that makes sense. The Ace of Cups in reverse, very similar to the Queen on the front. Six of Swords with this in reverse is someone running away from their own feelings. Whereas this energy here in the center is willing to confront it, willing to work on it, willing to put energy into it, where it's like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. This is the plan, let's follow through. This energy is like, yeah, that's too much for me. I'll handle it later. It's an energy that seems to be very slippery to me and non confrontational and avoidant, if these words make any sense. The Ace of Cups, usually in the upright, it's one of the best cards, offers opportunities, emotional expression. When we see it in reverse underneath the Six of Swords, it's like, yeah, I don't want to confront that. I don't want to talk about it. So instead of talking about it, I'm just going to go away. That's how it feels to me. So do with this information what you will. And if this is two options for an issue you are going through right now, you can do as you wish. You can do what you want. You have control of your life. I think the head-on approach is the best. You're going to get the best result with a head-on, serious, stern approach, because this energy here is just going to bring more problems. It's going to compound things. So, like, yeah, we do have situations and problems, but they can be fixed with the right approach. Let's go through and do a quick recap. I know I'm getting hyper specific. I feel like I'm doing a personal reading, so only take what hits for you. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, we have the Eight of Swords, Queen of Cups are in reverse. Very explosive, emotional, and mental energy. Felt very confused. Like, I don't even know what to feel. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. It's like giving that type of vibe. But watch out for people with outbursts in this time, because that could be a thing. Moving to the center, if there is a situation or problem that you're dealing with or one that pops up, the best route is to take it seriously and handle it quick. We have the Empress, great result. Queen of Swords in the upright, right to business, right? Like, don't avoid it, cut right to the center of it, speak about it, dissect it. Um, the the straight on, honest, brutal approach is the best one. And again, I'm not saying you have to be mean and nasty. It's just like tackle it head on. Moving to the back end, yeah, because this could be a serious win. But then we have this energy on the back end where it's doing the total opposite. We have the Six of Swords with the Ace of Cups in reverse, where it's like, yeah, that's too much for me. See you later. Or no, I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about it another time. So the avoidance that I'm getting here on the back end seems to compound any issues or problems. So you know what my opinion is, Sagi. You can do with this information what you will. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, they could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. What do we got for Sagi? And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got for Sagi? Please. Thank you. Nice and quick. And to me, I feel like this could really be more of the same advice I was getting. So we have the Five of Wands showing up in the shadows here. And to me, this is a huge card of determination, but it can also be aggression. It could also be anger. It could be very fiery. So for some of you, Spirit could be saying with this card in the shadows, like, hey, don't give up. If something is really difficult, you got to keep pushing forward. So I like it for that. But at the same time, it could be an energy that gets pissed. So in this time, watch your emotions, watch your anger levels, because you might have a thinner skin than normal. Now, listen, I love Saggy energy. You guys know I'm biased towards Sagittarius. I usually think you guys are happy-go-lucky, very optimistic individuals, but you are a fire sign after all, and there's only so far you'll go before this energy is unleashed. So when I see it in the shadows, to me, it feels like there's something bubbling under the surface. So if there's someone or something where you don't have a lot of patience with it, maybe you need a little space for a while. But I like the fight. I like the determination, but we're just going to leave it at that, Saji. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation and book a personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The October schedule is up there and it's filling up quick. So if you want to have a little chat, go over there and check it out. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most stunning decks I've ever experienced, the Star Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments. Since last month, I asked everybody which zodiac sign they get along best with. This month, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you clash with a little bit there? Drop it down in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.